What's up, what's up, what's up? How everyone is doing? This video is about the pros and cons between working in a nursing home and working in a hospital. The pros. The pros. When you're working in a nursing home settings first, there's only 8s and 12s. Some facilities are okay when you working 12-hour shift too. Also, it depends on how many staff is available. So you will have that 8 to 15 ratio patients. Again, it depends on the staff coming in. If how many staff come in, you will have less residents. Or if you have less residents if everybody show up to work. Less resident if you have more residents if everybody don't show up or you get a call in, whatever the scenario is. Also too, for staff wise for nursing homes, some, as you know, you have agencies coming in also as well for nursing home. You have some people coming in at a different certain time. Shifts can start at 6 o'clock or 6:30, and you got people coming in between 7 and 8 o'clock. Okay. Also too, you don't do vitals. Well, some facilities ask you to do vitals. Let's see. You are giving showers and baths to them. You are feeding them. You are caring for them. There is a 24-hour need at once. You are transferring them from maybe wheelchair to bed, from bed back to the chair. You're transporting them to their appointments. You making sure that you getting them dressed for taking them. You getting them dressed to take them to their doctor appointments, or you getting them dressed before they can get up on time for dialysis, or for EKG, or if they have an on-call or EKGs coming into the building. They also have incoming doctors coming in or physicals. They also have PTO and OT and speech therapy as well. You are working with an LPN, RN unit manager. You working with dietary. You are working with housekeeping. You are working with so many different departments in a healthcare settings, in the nurse home settings. You are having an LPN or RN over your shoulder every hour, every 45 minutes, to call you to do certain little stuff. There's no walkie-talkies in the nursing home settings, but there is an overhead in some nursing home settings. What else? Anything that's missing. If the residents may be missing a shirt, some glasses, or a watch, or a cell phone, you are going to lost and found and looking for it. If not going to lost and found, you are filling out a form to see what they're, and if you're doing a mission, you are setting up their room. If you're doing a missions and doing discharge, if a mission's coming into the building, you're making sure they have housekeeper clean up the room already. You are setting up their room of getting a urinal. You need their weight real quick. You taking out their vitals. You getting them glass water. You getting them some water. You're making sure they have a room tray available. Then you're assisting the nurse to do a body check on them. You are writing down, you're doing assessment with them, as in how many shirts they got, if they got watches, if they got earrings on, if they have a cell phone, they have a charger with their clothes, how many shoes they carry with them, if they come from the hospital. So what do they all need? You also informing the social worker. You're informing the supervisor, the social worker, they need some clothes. If they have family members, they need some clothes. Even in the meantime, you can get them some clothes through lost and found. What else? It depends on what nursing home setting it is. You can be working with somebody that's a 2-feeder. You can work with somebody that's a colostomy bag, a Foley, a trach. A trach is there, a 2-feeder. It could be a 2-feeder here or in your stomach. A Foley can be underneath your bladder. Also, you can do a wound vac. Some of them have wound vacs. Let's see. You also doing Hoyers also as well. You Hoyering them with the machine. You are probably putting them, riding up a Hoyer on the scale. Let's see. You are helping the nurse discharging a resident. When you helping the nurse discharge a resident, you cleaning the room up. You switching sheets off. You taking sheets off the bed. You asking the housekeeper can disinfect the beds and disinfect the room, so you can make the bed up. Let's see. You're giving them meal. You're getting them a scheduler of different activities. You're getting them a schedule for activities and meals going together. That was a lot. Working in the hospital settings, you are very, very different. You're not lifting nobody up. There's a machine. If you see my light at, there is a bar from here, if you can see, from here to here, there's a bar in a hospital setting with the Hoyer. So you're not pushing anything. You're pushing it on. You're going straight up like this and getting them, hooking them up. They have a slings in their room, or you can go get them in through the equipment room. That's how you get them up. So you're not pushing anybody. In the hospital settings, you are learned. There is nursing homes. It depends on how many years of experience. So if you've been doing this for, I say, from 6 months to a year, you probably get 8 weeks of training. 8 weeks of training. If you're brand new, you probably get 9 weeks of training or 9 days of training. If you've been doing this for a while, you're going to probably get two days of training. That's it for nursing home settings. Hospital setting. You have not been doing this for a while, you get a whole month of training for, depends on the department you are in. And Mexico, I think, is 10 months. No, a whole month. Sorry, not 10 months. A whole month of training if you're working in a hospital. You get a whole month of training. A whole lot of knowledge is kind of thrown at you. You having training that's in-service training that you will be doing on the floor. And when you get on the floor, you are doing more training. So they're showing you how to do, in-service training, you're showing how to do a Foley. You're in the nursing home, you're not taking out Foleys. You're not taking out IVs either. You can stop a tube feeder to get that person up. You really didn't supposed to, but you know. But in hospital settings, you're taking out IVs. I literally took out IV. Tube feeders. We have tube feeder patients. We are installing. Yeah, I use that word. We are installing Foleys if it's been scheduled, if they need to be scheduled. We are only working underneath our RN on the floor. That is it. If you're working in a hospital, you and that RN on the floor. If you're a CNA, if you're a nurse tech, it's just you and that RN. It's different other RNs on the floor, but right about now on that unit is that RN. And certain RNs have certain rooms. So you can have room from 1 through 11, and maybe you have 4 nurses from different rooms. So that one RN maybe have 1, 6, and 8. Another RN maybe have 2, 4, and 12. And the other one may have 11, 12, and 13. So in hospital, we have walkie-talkies. It's not really a walkie. Yeah, I call it a walkie-talkie. So you are interact with that RN. Something going on with her patient, basically. You are helping the nurse. You are helping the patient get up. You working with the RN. I said you having the patient get up if the patient can get up. The patient want to get transferred from out of the bed to a chair that can lean back, you are doing that with them. Or therapy can help. You're not really using towels. You are using bleach. It's like some bleach wipes inside. You don't dry them off. You just wipe, and it's maybe a minute before they can dry off. You're not putting it on your face. You get them a regular towel to wash their face. When this is like really out of the order. When you get a new mate coming in, we are doing vitals. We're doing 3 sets of vitals. Orthopedic vitals. One of them if you're laying down. The first one is you laying down. 2 of them if you're standing up. So we are monitoring your blood pressure, your heart rate, all the vitals. Blood pressure, rate, all that. We're getting your weights also as a CNA. We're giving you, set up the rooms as in give you the base or urinal. We are doing urinal symptoms on you. We are printing them out. CNAs are sending them out too as well to the labs. So we're doing that as in hospital settings. What else? We are not, when a patient getting discharged, we don't strip the beds as CNAs. Housekeeping do that part. But we are taking, if they on the IV, we can discharge them. Take them out. If they have a Foley, we can take them out. What else? We provided them how much you weigh when we doing a vase. So their blood sugar. We're doing blood sugars 3 times a day. 6, 12, and 6. So it's like an hour before, 45 minutes before your meal. So an hour before your meal. It depends if you call for breakfast, if they call in for breakfast. Also too, for hospital, if the patient can actually just call for their order for dietary, they can do that on their own. But we get a light above their room that's saying they call for dietary already. So if they are blood sugar, we have to go in there and get them do their blood sugars before they tray get there. So we can monitor their blood sugar if it's dropping or if it's going up, if it's too high. What else? For the hospital, we're not doing blood sugars. Hospital, we're not doing blood sugars. For dietary will come around and give you a form. So we just ask the patient, so for breakfast, do you want oatmeal, cereal, or eggs? We're circle 1. Lunch, do you want pork chops or ground beef? That. Dinner, do you want ham hocks or chitlins? We're circle which one they want. Even though they don't serve all that, but still, you get the point for nursing home settings. What else? For nursing home, we are monitoring if they are on for both for hospital and nursing homes. If the patient is thickened or nectar, they have different things now. If they're a nursing home, we have a jar, a can, and we can do scoops. Look like formula. We can just scoop it in, shake it up, or stir it and mix it together. Also, we have the juice. You could just pour it in there. So it's just juice, apple, cranberry, water, lemon juice. We can just pour that up. Nurse home and hospital have the same thing, but hospital, we have little packaging. What else? We are passing out water for nursing home. We pass out water for hospital. If they cannot get water or any food at all, they'll be on NPO for 48 hours because of their condition. What else? If the patient can't get up and get their weight done for in the hospital setting, there is a bed weight on their bed. So if they're in the bed, we can get their weight like that. For nursing home, if we supposed to get their weight and they cannot stand at all, we are to get their weight off of the Hoyer. And if they're already in the chair, they have a scale we can drive up to. Using it while they in the wheelchair, we can use it like that and get their weight. But then we have to subtract the foot pedals and everything. So if they in the hospital, if we're getting their weight, we subtracting 2 pillows. So we're taking everything off the bed, actually. And leave them with 1 pillow and take off 2 pillows. What else? We are doing specimen samples. So if they need a bowel sample in a hat, we getting that. Urinal, we're getting that. Blood, if it's blood drawn, we're getting that. They have a little NACs. They also have certain little tubes if they need it to get urine sticks, as I call them. So just pop it and it goes, and then take it and send it down to lab. Anything going on with the patient, we inform the nurse, calling Mary J. What else? If the patient, sometimes you would get a patient that's like off balance, more of a dimensionish on certain units too as well. For in a hospital settings, we kind of order their food for them too, ask them what they want to eat. Also, we are charting too, both for nursing homes and the hospital. We're charting if they had a bowel move and they urinated. Also as well, how much fluid they took in, how much fluid they taken out their body for both nursing home and hospital. The charter system may be different. Some nursing home is point-click care. Some of one's E-clip, something like that. Some of them is E-clip 360. So it's different type of charting system. Everybody do it. Plus, for nursing home, it's different type of floor you can be on. You can be a rehab. You can be on an all-timer floor. You can be on a mixer floor. You can be on a trach unit. So depends on the facility. The hospital, it depends what unit you on. You still got to chart. Listen, we did 2 feeders. There's in the hospital, the unit that I was on. There was 2 feeders, but there was Foley's. We are emptying out their bags. So if they can't go to the bathroom completely, they have like colostomy bags. But they can reverse if it's not for nothing to go in for bowel. It's something for urinated. And they have additional 2 other bags on the side. So I have a colostomy bag, a tube feeder, and 2 extra bags to flush out their kidneys. What else? The stock rooms for the hospital, their stock room is already stocked. For hospital, they in the room, but they have a stock room right next to their room. So if you need alcohol wipes, a gate belt, some box of tissue, pens or eye flasher, it's like right next to their room. If they on isolation, it's right there next to their room. Disinfectant wipes is in the bottom of the drawer. There is a stock person that comes in and stock the rooms up or stock the cabinets up in the hospital setting. For nursing homes, there is a lady or a man, whoever the schedule is, maybe stocks the rooms up, or stocks supplies up for you for the week. What else? Dietary comes in for nursing homes and asks what they like and what they do like. They do get therapy for hospital and nursing homes. They also get speech therapy for nursing homes and hospital. You also do one-on-one for nursing homes and hospital. I think I have more down the basics down. Depends what facility or what hospital you work at. Every facility is different. So I kind of compare my pros and cons at both. Oh, for nursing homes, for hospital, if you're short staff, you'll kind of like gain extra people, and then you'll lose 3 because another person is taking your group. Actually, sometimes the nurses actually dive in to help. The nurses is right there. So you're charting. Charting. You can go away from the room and chart, but there's also computers right next to the room in the nursing home. In the hospital, like 2 computers right next to the rooms. The physician is always come in. Most of the time, they don't knock. They just bust right on in. What else? Nurse home in the hospital. What else? So for a hospital, you are working with the RN, the physician, speech therapy, occupation therapy, and OT. OT is actually working with them on the floor, right close to their rooms, or they take them to therapy, see how much they can do. I think that's about it. This is your girl, Latoya. I can do the pros and cons of nursing home and the hospital. But if you have any other questions, leave a comment in the description. Say where you work at, in the hospital or nursing home. What else? And do you like it? Or do you want to switch off? If you're in a nursing home, do you want to go into the hospital? Oh, for hospital, you work in 12-hour shift. It depends what unit. You can do the 12-hour shift or you do an 8-hour shift. Nursing homes, like I said before, 8s or 16s. Both of them, there is always overtime. Some hospitals don't do overtime, especially depends on the floor that I was working on. There was no overtime. You couldn't really get no overtime. Or you only can get certain people overtime. But it was always hours to pick up. Oh, shift differential. So for nursing home, if you working first shift, there's not really a shift differential unless you pick up second and third. So you probably getting paid $24 for first shift. When you pick up that second shift, you getting an extra $1.75 more. So if you pick up third shift, I think it's maybe a $2 more difference from where you working at. I'm just making some numbers of it, y'all. For hospital, if you pick up a shift, there's a $30 extra to pick up because they have a program because of the shortage of everything. Let's see. Oh, the educational person for hospital and the unit manager, I was asked if everything's okay on the floor. They kind of like dive in and help. They actually dive in and help. Literally. There was a code red on the floor. And they just dive in. No ifs or buts. Especially if you don't know nothing. If you don't know where nothing at. Or you forgot what's at. They'll tell you where exactly what's at. Also, if you're working in a hospital, they have labels on where it's on that. So you're looking for the water machine. There's down the hall on the left there. You're looking for the soy room or The vending machines is on the left. Oh, my other thing, getting report. You also get report twice in the hospital. You getting report from the CNA who had their unit, their assignment. Also, you getting report 3 ways. You getting report 4 ways. You getting report from the nurse who have that patient. It depends what patient she have or what room she have. You getting report from that aide, the rooms that she have. You also getting report from the computer because you are in the computer system. And then there is a board. You are getting a report that everybody can see in the rooms and the kind of base of what the patient is. So you can report 4 times already in the hospital setting. In a nursing home, you only get report twice. That nurse and that CNA. And that's then the CNA is going to give you report. And now if that's LPN or RN, go give you report. My thing is, if I when I work in a nursing home and I see another nurse getting report from another nurse, I'm going to stand there and listen and get report like that. Or I look at a 24-hour board to get my report. 5 out of 10, most of the time, can you go pass some water? My stuff is done. I need a report. I can't really touch nobody anyway because I don't know how they transfer. Is a care plan in place? Oh, that's another thing. The care plans. When you're in a nursing home, you have a care plan that's most everybody's is technology now. Most care plans are in a computer. Or they have the paper version. Or you can just ask somebody how they transfer. That too. So it depends on the condition or how they move this. This depends how they can transfer. NurseHospital, their care plan is in the computer, in the notes, in assessment. But you also, when I say remember the board too, that's how their care plan is too. That's like a brief summary of their care plans. So if they are NPO or one assist, or they are a SBA, supervision or complete, or a total care. They don't put total care. They just put care, like a total care or complex care. If they going downhill, if they're going downhill, they're like they don't say hospice. They just say complex care. So certain variation working in a hospital, you gotta like hurry from kind of like gain that experience, that confidence real quick, or gain that information real quick. Nursing home, they don't do all that. You already know what's BDI, HOH, was it? Oh my God. Well, no, that's just gone. Q was a Q4 and Q6, Q2, every 6 hours, every 2 hours, every 4 hours. HOH, hard and hearing. BID twice a day. What else? So different little different things was let you know for nursing home and hospital. Basically, that's what I'm really trying to say. And my mouth is dry right about now. What else? What else? This I'm doing this off the top of my head. I think that's it. Oh, if they gotta go to the bathroom, they can't actually go to the toilet. Nursing home and hospital, they have commodes. Bedside commodes also as well. Some nursing homes have showers in their rooms. For the patient to have showers in their room. And some of them you have to undress, take them out their room, and take them to the shower room. Or hospital, you could just take them. Their bathroom is like right there. Get out the bed and there's the bathroom right there with the shower. So they have the toilet, the sink, and the shower right out there, right at their fingertips. think that's it this time. If I forget anything, I'm pretty sure you will leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment if you work in a nursing home or in a hospital, or do you want to switch off? If you work in a nursing home, you want to go to the hospital. If you work in a hospital, you want to go back to nursing home because of the convenience of the 12-hour shift that you have to do or you don't want to do. It's like when you work in a 12-hour shift, your day just gone. For real. You work at 8 hours, you got still time to take care of what you got to do. You working 16, your day just gone. Finding something to this another one. Hospital will actually feed you. You will actually have to pay for that. Hospital prices of food wise, it's a little bit high. Hospital actually have food that they actually cook right in front of you. A couple of days I had an egg sandwich, actually scrambled eggs sandwich. You actually have ham sandwich. They have yogurt and fruit and all that, but some of that stuff is hard. Nursing home, you don't have that. If you ask dietary, hey, can you make me a grilled cheese sandwich? I mean, it's for me. Let's see, you probably have to hunt where a restaurant in the area you're at. If you start any. So yeah. Yeah. That is it. But once again, now I'm for the leave this time. If you work in a hospital, if you work in a nursing home, do you want to switch off? Leave a comment if you work in a nursing home, if you work in a hospital. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Watch the whole entire video. I appreciate that. I'm trying to grow my channel. What else I want to say? Hey, newbies, I appreciate you. I see we got some new newbies into the mother family. I appreciate you every once a bit. Hi, OBs and OBOs. Hello, family. How everyone is doing on this new year, this new journey. So thank you. I appreciate everyone to come in and stopping by to continue watching my videos and what I'm dishing out. Give you the information or the knowledge that you're looking for, or just something to watch. I appreciate that. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? When you hit the newbies, when you hit that subscribe button, just leave a comment on one of the videos and say, I'm new, I'm watching. No, something like that. Or thank you. Something. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all newbies don't have channels. They are just watching it just because. I appreciate that part. Really, really do. What else? If you enjoying this content and if you enjoyed it, keep sticking around. I do have more videos I am dishing out. So my goal is from the next 2 months, dish out so many videos that I cannot go for. I can do. My bad. That I can do. But in the meantime, if you enjoy it, continue sticking around. Continue watching my videos. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. And hit that bell. Because you'll be notified when the next video be coming up. In the meantime, y'all take care. And be blessed.